Hey everybody, welcome back to the House of Fi. And if you're new here, welcome to our house. Today we're going to be doing a tour of the house that we are currently renting. So what I wanted to show you is some of the ways that we have added to this house with the owner's permission, and some ways that we've just decorated, which is stuff that we can just take down to make this more like our home. I want wherever I'm living to feel like home, and sometimes that can be hard as a renter because you don't want to change things, or you can't change things in the house that you're renting. So stick around for about 6 seconds and I'll see you right back. If you know a little bit about our story, you know that last year we sold our home to crush some of our debt. And so as a result of that, we are now renters. And we will probably be renters for a little while because we're using the money that we are saving as renters to put into our savings so that we can purchase additional rental properties to provide us with additional income. I'll link that up above where you can listen to more of our story. So this is the outside of our house, and as we go in, not too many DIY projects here except for this cute little welcome sign hubby made, as well as the pallet, I don't know what you'd call that, sofa table, which we moved outside because we just don't have room for it. All right, guys. Well, welcome to my house. So in this video, I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give you first a little quick tour of the house, and then I will get to each of the little projects that we've done in the house, and maybe I'll make those into separate videos. And I'm just going to tell you right now, this is how our house looks most of the time. I am not going to do a whole lot of special cleaning right now, just because that's really difficult with 5 of my kids at home. I have 6 children, but 5 of them are at home. So really quickly, this is the front room. And in this room here, we have 10 different DIY projects. Here is our powder room. Here's the rest of the room. It's tiny, but it's really, really cute. Just a couple DIY things in here. I'll show where we painted over the previous owner's paint, and so we still need to paint the ceiling. But this is probably my favorite thing in here, and we'll talk more about that later. But this is... And then we work ourselves into the kitchen. It's small, but it gets the job done. Just a couple DIY things in here just to make it more of our home, since we cannot paint the cabinets. Can't really do anything about the backsplash or the counters. Those are really not my colors, but they're nice and they'll do for now. So here's another one of our DIY projects, and we'll talk more about that later. So I wanted a table where we could have the boys eat breakfast and not mess up my dining room table, and that was a good find, and we'll talk about that later. All right, so we spent a lot of time in this part of the house. You can see we have our schooling area set up over there, and then our TV is mounted on the wall. That's a project we're going to talk about, and then a couple projects that we're going to finish over there we'll talk about as well. And then my sofa, my Costco sofa. But a pretty plain room still, a blank slate. We've got some ideas. Okay, so as we go upstairs, you will see that there are portions that we're just not done with. We have not been able to reach that area up there. So at some point we will get up there and we'll make it this nice color like the rest of the house. All right, so now we're getting probably into the messy part of the house because this is where the boys live. Their room is a disaster. We keep all 4 boys in a one room. This room will be painted blue-gray. But we keep all 4 boys in one room because we don't put their toys or anything else in their room. Their bedroom is for sleeping. And here is one of the DIY projects. It's a mess, but it keeps it much cleaner than it was before. So we've got their shelves for their clothing, and then the other side we have their book cabinet with sheets, sturdy sheets stuffed in there, which I was not aware of until I opened that door. So, all right, and this looks down into our living room, which that's probably my favorite room in the house. I'll sit there on the sofa in the morning and read and drink my coffee. So in this house, this rental, we used to have a loft in our house, and that's where the kids' toy room was. We do not have a loft area in this house. We only have this small hallway. But what we decided to do was this was a DIY project. We painted this cabinet and we put all the boys' toys in here so that when they're done playing, the toys go in there and they're hidden away and I don't have to look at them. So there's a box of pictures I still have to put up. But it's nice. I mean, we all love Marvel. So I'm going to really quick look into my office. My daughter is staying here right now. So my office is a mess. But when we go back through here, I'll be able to give you more detail about this space. That's all my recording equipment. All right, so here is the boys' bathroom. It's probably one of my least favorite rooms in the house, but we've done a couple of things in here just to make it as good as we could make it look without it being our home. So we've got a couple of things that we've done DIY in here. So have you ever seen an 18-year-old boy's room look so clean? This is my oldest son's room, and we still have to paint in here, but he is pretty good about keeping his stuff clean, which as a mama, that makes me really happy. Okay, now we're heading into the actual least favorite room so far of my house because we haven't done anything in here. So this is our bedroom. It is dark, it is big, and it's just dreary. I hate being in here, but we've got plans for this room. So this is the bathroom. It's got some laminate flooring in it that's really in pretty bad shape. We have talked to the owners about putting down laminate like this summer, which will be probably less than $100 project. We're probably going to paint the cabinets, and then you can't see that up there, but it's just one of those really inexpensive that you get when you buy a house, strip lights. So we'll probably just paint that white with a rust protectant paint. And then this room will also get painted the very light bluish gray that the rest of the house is. I'm probably going to paint our furniture white. Well, that's a quick tour of my house that we rent and how we have made it into our own home, and we love it, and we'll probably stay here for quite a while and use the savings that we get by being renters and helping it to buy more rental properties for ourselves as investments. So, all right, guys, well, I hope that you enjoyed this tour of my house. I have put slides up throughout the video that show the cost of what either we paid for the total of those projects, as well as some of the estimated costs, and that's just based on knowing because of experience and buying these things. Check back, because I'm going to go back and highlight some of the specific projects that we did and break those down for you and tell you how we did them, what the products were that we used to get them, and then the steps that we took to make them, and how you can maybe use those ideas to create something really beautiful and wonderful and inexpensive for your house. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you. Bye.